about that time for us to go into the community with us today. My friend, Mr. Alonzo Washington, Mr. Omega Man himself. And Alonzo, I know you're upset, man.
Oh yes, too many
I know you're
murders
upset,
going
man.
on.
I know you're upset with the recent murders that have taken place in Missouri and Kansas. I know you're upset, man.
100%. And it's not so much just the violence, but it's the lack of cooperation, communication. Now, we definitely have a tips hotline, but we also have alternative methods where people can reach out. You know, I do a MySpace tips page. That's myspace.com/Alonzo_Washington. I also have a phone line, 913-321-6764. If we don't talk, criminals walk. And there are a number of homicides taking place and people are not talking. And I'm promoting right now the Crimefighter Tips Challenge. We have 76 homicides in Kansas City, Missouri, and we always normally get over 100. And I'm asking the community to try to give 24 tips before we just sit back and let 100 come up on us. Let's try to call in, give some tips. You can call me direct. If you don't want to talk to the police, you can talk to me, and we'll try to get some justice for some of these homicide victims.
Now, this is what I can't understand. You know, people being murdered on the Missouri side, being murdered on the Kansas side. You have little kids as young as 2 and 3 years of age being shot, some being killed. Why don't people come forward?
Well, it's a history there. It's a negative history in terms of the relationship with the black community and the police. And hey, we can get past that. If you got a problem with a police officer, it's time to file a complaint. It's time to march, demonstrate, and I'll help you do that. But the thing is that criminals don't want you to talk. That's why we see stop snitching shirts. We don't see anything saying stop praying, stop marching, stop having prayer vigils. See, that stuff doesn't work. But when you talk, that's what works. When you get a tip that's solid, that's what works. I get them all the time. I pass them along. Some of the tips don't work because sometimes people don't want to come into court, but at any given time in the community, I might know who 5 murderers are. That's the type of information I get.
Right.
And that's what works. You know, that's why you don't see me at vigils as much, because I'm out there trying to encourage the community to come forward. And if you do have fear, you can come to me, give me the tip. I don't have fear. What we have to have in our community is more men that's willing to stand up, because we have a group of criminals that don't have fear to fire at you and your children. And when you sit back and let those criminals walk around in our community, you're just setting yourself up for a casket.
Okay, well, what you got?